Hey everyone, this is Nick Diaz. I'm one of the trainers here at LMU, and I'm here today with the trainer tip video of the month. So usually when we do our trainer tip videos, we take you through some kind of workout routine, or we'll show you some exercises or give you suggestions to do in the gym. But I thought that since we're at the beginning of the semester, and this is the first one of the year, I might as well take us back to the basics and talk about building a workout routine based on your goals. And so today I'm going to talk about two different types of goals, bulking and muscle building. And I'm also going to talk about that fat loss, that weight loss, that toning up. And so in a second here, I'm going to throw up the first slide. We're going to talk about bulking first. So building muscle slash bulking. There's a couple of key ones here. It's pretty straightforward. First off, lift heavy. And then as far as when you're lifting heavy, free weights are going to yield a lot more benefits than machines. But if you're just starting off, I highly recommend you start on those machines and then over the weeks and months, work your way towards those free weights. I'm talking about those dumbbells, those barbells, those kettlebells. They work a lot more muscle groups, so you will get a lot more bang for your buck when you're using those free weights. And then there's two different types of rep ranges depending on what you're trying to get for the day. So when you're doing sets of 5 reps, you're building that explosive strength. That's that pure power. And when you're doing sets of 8 to 10, you're building size but not necessarily building as much strength. So what you should be probably be doing is alternating those back and forth. And for example, say have a day where you do 5 sets of 5 reps per exercise, and then other days be doing, 3 or 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps and just going back and forth alternating between the two throughout the week. Also very important to make sure you're getting in those full body workouts. Always, always, always be training that core. And then on certain days, combine upper and lower, do both in one day. Maybe certain weeks you have a bit more time, separate them, focus in on muscle groups. So do core and upper body one day, do core and lower body one other day, and focus in on those different muscle groups to really try and streamline that bulking. Also, alternate your routines by week to prevent any kind of plateau, kind of keep your body on its toes. Last little part, supplements. Supplements work for some, but not everyone. And I'm a firm believer that, natural energy and natural metabolic capabilities will definitely yield you the best long-term results. But, if you need those supplements to help get you started, by all means, go for it. Just a couple tips. Always make sure you take plenty of time to warm up before you work out. That is vital to prevent injury, as is focusing on your form. Take some time before you get started and build a routine to follow over the course of a week, over the course of a month, and every few weeks, change it up a little bit. And then the last thing that I cannot stress enough is rest days. Rest days are vital, and I know it's tough, but you should be trying to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep as often as possible. All right, now moving on to leaning out and fat loss. So this is a little bit more complex because it's basically just the double whammy. You're combining resistance and cardio training. Cardio is burning those calories and fat. Resistance is leaning out and toning that body. Key here, consistency. Now, if you're just starting, you want to start off at 3, maybe 4 days per week. In that, you want to do about 30 minutes of cardio and 20 to 30 minutes of resistance training each time. But as the weeks progress, you're going to be increasing that time and days per week until you're training 5 days a week of those combined workouts, about an hour, hour and a half, with an additional 1 day focused on just cardio and also that rest day. I cannot stress enough how important that rest day is. When it comes to cardio, cross train. Vary the forms of cardio you are comfortable doing, whether that's swimming, treadmill, cycling, rowing, running, whatever it is. Switch it up, keep your body on its toes. Switch it day to day, week to week. And as far as resistance goes, same thing. Vary those workouts by day and week. You have weight exercises that you're doing with the dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells. You can do body weight exercise days. You can have days where you're working on resistance bands and TRX. Change it up. Also, every once in a while, throw in those high intensity workouts to push your endurance and strength to the max. These are days where you're taking those 10 minutes to warm up, and as soon as you finish, you are pushing your body at least 70% of its maximum exertion, up to 100% for up to 30 minutes. These are days where you make progress, and then follow it with that rest day. Tips here, make sure you get plenty of rest. Always stay hydrated. You will be burning through a lot of water. You will be sweating a lot, so it's super important to stay hydrated. Your body actually functions at about 10% deficiency as far as strength and cardio goes when you are dehydrated. So stay on top of it and make an effort to eat healthy for about 95% of your meals. So don't look at diet on a day-by-day basis. Look at it by week. And that'll wrap us up for today. I hope you found this video informative, and I hope that if you're looking to start in the gym, you take some of these tips to heart, and I hope to see you in the gym.